Question number 1 out of 13.2. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to see if we can find the values of x and y. Okay, so y'all, I'm going to look at the picture that I have here, right? And I'm just going to kind of outline some of these pieces over here. So y'all, because the bottom piece is 2, I know that piece is 2. And because piece is 2, I know that one's going to be 2 and that one's going to be 2 up there. So y'all, I want to find the value of x, okay? And I want to point out, guys, that this piece, and it's kind of hard to tell, y'all, I'm going to try to draw it the best I can. That's going to be a right angle, right? Because there's a corner there. So I'm looking at a triangle that kind of looks like this, right? There's a right angle there, and here's my hypotenuse. And I know it doesn't look like a right triangle, guys, but again, remember, I'm looking at this kind of like from a bird's eye view. And actually, let me draw that a little bit better. Okay, so from a bird's eye view, it looks something like this, right? This is probably more of a bird's eye view. So this side is 2 and this side is 2, and we're trying to find that value of x. Okay, so guys, we can just use the Pythagorean theorem, and we're going to say 2 squared plus this 2 squared is going to be equal to x squared. Okay, so 2 squared plus 2 squared is equal to x squared, right? So that's 4 plus 4 is x squared. And so I'm going to do this on the next page, guys, okay? So I have 8 is equal to x squared. So when I take the square root on both sides, y'all, I get the square root of 8, right? And if you remember, how do I break down the square root of 8? I can say, look, 8's 2 times 4, and 4 is 2 times 2, and I'm looking for pairs. So x, y'all, should be 2, and then the square root of 2, right? Because these two guys get to come out, but this guy was by himself, so he goes back in. So x should be 2 squared root of 2. All right, so now I'm going to come back over here, y'all, and I'm going to try to see if I can label this a little bit better, okay? So right here, y'all, I know that this number is 2 squared root of 2. Now, what I want to do is I want to see if I can find the value of y. So look, y'all, we just found the value of x. That was that part right there. And then I have this piece right here. So that piece right there is 2. And guys, again, I have a 90-degree angle, right? I'm looking at the top going along the diagonal, and I'm looking at this side. And what we're trying to find, y'all, is can we find the diagonal that goes that way, right? So again, y'all, if I come back over here, I want to think about what I have. I have a triangle where one side is 2 squared root of 2, okay? Here's my 90-degree angle, here's 2. And again, I'm looking at that diagonal that goes this way. And this is the side that we're calling y. So again, y'all, we're going to say this guy squared plus this guy squared is got equal to that squared. So y squared is going to be equal to 2 square root of 2 squared plus another 2 squared, okay? So y'all, when I square this piece right here, I'm going to first take 2 and I'm going to square it. Well, 2 squared is 4. The square and the square root are going to cancel each other. That's going to be 4 times 2. And 2 squared again is 4. So look, y'all, we get y squared equals 4 times 2 is 8 plus 4 is 12. Okay, so now I have y squared is equal to 12. So again, y'all, when I take the square root on both sides, I'm going to break up 12, y'all. 12 is 6 times 2, and 6 is 3 times 2. And here's my pair of 2, so that comes outside, and this guy's got to stay inside. So look, y'all, y should be 2 square roots of 3, and x should be 2 square roots of 2. So x is 2 square root of 2, and y is